feel I'm chosen, I'm pressure and I know it. Bitch, I know I can't fold it. That Henny got me flowing, that pressure keep me going. But they love me, I ain't knowing. I just stay focused, I don't know why they think I owe them.
It started as a dream to us, they ain't believing us. Don't know what it mean to us, they always leaving us. I don't think we need love, you don't feel real to us. Cause in the section where I'm from, them hoes set you up.
I just wanted to share this with my subscribers and my followers real quick, because I know a lot of y'all can relate to this shit. As you can see in the title, you know, people be peopling, and that shit is annoying, right? What do I mean by that? I have a love and I have a hate relationship with people. Like, I love people at a soul level. I love their potential. I love what they could become, right? And I can see potential in all people, and a lot of times that be to my detriment, right? It be to my downfall. At the same time, I really, truly hate people at the same time. Even parts of myself I dislike, far as like on the human condition side of it, you know. So it's just sometimes I just be looking at people and I just don't understand, like, damn, like, you really think like that? Or that's what you really care about? That's what you spend your time dwelling on. Like, it's a lot of shit that I just can't understand about people. But at the same time, I look past it because I know it's a soul there. You feel what I'm saying? I know it's the potential for them to actually live out their dreams and be the best version of themselves. But one thing about people, they be peopling. I feel like the society we live in right now, it put emotions at the top of the totem pole. So everybody feel like when they're emotional, whatever the case may be, everything's supposed to stop. The world's supposed to freeze because they're having an emotional experience and they feel like you're supposed to join them in their suffering, right? This is why a lot of people gossip. This is why a lot of people always calling your phone and I'm going through this and I'm going through that. Even down to a lot of people just paying a lot of money to go to therapy. People feel like they're supposed to use other people as emotional sponges. And I hate that. This society has made it very comfortable for people to be victims and play that victim role. So the first couple lines of their story that they're telling you, it paints them as the person that's getting victimized, the person that's at odds, and the person that everything is stacked up against, so that you find some type of sentimental connection or some emotional connection and want to help them and, you know, put the underdog on top and things of that nature. And everybody got that same type of get rich or die trying type of story. And that shit is annoying. Man, I advise people, man, stay out of that victim mind state. Stay out of that victim. Just stay away from victims, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think that that's the norm. They think that it's normal to just always be going through something. They think it's normal to always have drama going on. I got so many people from my past personally that probably can't understand or fathom the fact that I'm not interested in drama at all no more. I'm not interested in gossip at all. I actually despise it. Like, it don't really get you nowhere. It's a whole bunch of fucking talking. You talking about somebody else, about something else or somebody else, and then it just never get nowhere. And even to the fact when people discussing business and shit like that, man, if we ain't in the stages of like making that shit happen, I don't want to talk about that neither. Like, I don't want to keep having conversations about the same shit and that could be getting done. You feel me? But this is what people do when they peopling. Friendships ain't even really friendships. People feel like, yo, you are obligated to hear they bullshit, answer the phone for them, and help them out whenever they in need. And this is how I grew up. I grew up on a whole bunch of motherfuckers leeching off each other and needing each other and constant in need. And not only that, trying to make you feel guilty if you don't want to help them or if you're not trying to be understanding about their situation. And a lot of these people are repeat offenders in the same situation. How do I know? Because I've been one of the people that been a fucking nervous wreck and feeling all victimized and telling the same old story over and over again and not taking accountability for what I've created and what I've helped create and the part that I played in it. So I know for a fact it don't get you nowhere. I can tell you that now. You might go from one person to the other person, one situation to the next situation, and tell your victim story. And it's only going to work but for so long. And how long do you want to stay at that stage? You don't want to never outgrow that to the point where you can hold your own, handle your own, and that ain't just same old narrative and same old story. But people be peopling. It's a lot of people that be close to you, around you, watching you grow up and all kind of shit. And there's certain attributes that you got and certain talents and gifts that you got that you naturally have that you can't help but be you. And they look at those things, they look past themselves first. They look past their own worth and their own value. They look past themselves to look at you and begin to aspire to be you in the beginning maybe. But then it falls to the fact that they come to the realization that, damn, I could never be this person, or I don't have those attributes naturally. So instead of them just giving you your flowers and giving you your props and working towards having some of those attributes and building some of those gifts and talents, or better yet, just being they self and finding value in they self, instead of them doing that, they like to throw shade on you. They like to project shit on you. They like to start to look for things they could criticize you about and analyze you now. So instead of them looking at themselves and dealing with their own shit, they just use you as a fucking target. Because people be peopling. This is what people do. And we then got into this weird place where you can't be direct no more. Literally. So everything is, hit me on Instagram. Hit me on Snapchat, on Facebook, on TikTok. And you definitely cannot be direct with a person and just tell them how you feel, especially about them. Because now everybody got all of these ego within the ego within the ego. What do I mean by that? You got yourself and your thoughts and what you think about yourself and what you worried about everybody else thinking. Then you got your profiles that you got online and on all of these platforms that can inclusive of your followers and likes and comments and things of that nature, so you can try to kind of gauge what how people feel about you. But it's not even really you, it's your profile and what you're actually projecting to them for them to even come to some type of conclusion about you. And then people get lost in that. They don't know the difference between real life and the internet. Which I really feel like your real life should be reflected on the internet. Like, what's the point of projecting something that ain't truly there? We all done it. We all put a facade up. We all make it look a little extra better. We all put that filter on it. We all get that just perfect picture, that perfect angle that we only want the world to see. And then people be peopling. So what do? They start to become depressed that they can't even live up to that projection. And then in real life, they become a person that when you go around them, they so sensitive to everything you say, everything you do. They so critical because this is the projections that they made for themselves and the projections that they care about from other people. And this is just peopling. This is just society going on day to day. Then you got people that believe that they got some type of like high ranking or something because they have some form of education degree, or they make a certain amount of money or they work at a certain kind of job and shit like that. And this shit all just be based on judgment, and it all just be based on criticism, self-worth issues, self-esteem issues, unresolved traumas and shit like that. So but it all come down to the fact that people feel empty on the inside, so then they project a big ass ego that they can't uphold, and then when the weight get too much, everybody want to blame it on somebody else. This is when people start dealing with suicidal thoughts and things of that nature, and this society will do that to you. That's another thing I'm gonna talk about. Suicidal thoughts. Like people don't want to talk about that when everybody be going through that shit. Everybody done been through that shit. Because to be honest with you, if you ain't really searching for your purpose or finding no purpose in this world, you're gonna feel like it ain't no reason for really being here. You're gonna start doing extreme shit and or being real secluded and not wanting to connect and things of that nature, and you're gonna fall victim.